Hi, we're the Gibsons, and we own Grady's Classic Concessions.
I'm Ezra.
I'm Marcia.
I'm Ethan. And I'm Caden.
The name of the concessions business is Grady's Classic Concessions. Grady is in honoring Ezra's dad.
My parents started the company maybe like 1972 or something like that. We started out with what we called popcorn trucks in Milwaukee, where we would just go around neighborhoods. And so my father had a couple of those and had people working for him and stuff like that. And so we grew up doing that, and then eventually moved to doing festivals. My mother had wanted something that was like a trolley. He built this trolley for her, and we sold corn dogs at the Wisconsin State Fair out of this for a number of years.
This was handmade. This is all his dad, interior, exterior, everything in his original.
Yeah, he's 30-some years old. After he passed, all of our equipment and stuff went into storage, and this is one of the pieces that went into storage.
We're doing a condensed version of the business, just doing popcorn and cotton candy since about 2014, just on the side. We were doing it out of a tent. So we were like, this tent life is not for us. In 2018, we got it all refurbished, and by New Year's Eve of 2018, that was our first event in the trolley. Then we've been doing it full time. Well, part-time up to 2020 when we started doing it full-time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you started doing it full-time in 2020?
Yes.
When everything hit.
We did.
Yep, when everything hit.
We did. We have been doing events and festivals and everything everybody else was doing with food trucks. And when COVID hit, all of that stopped, of course. But Ezra had the idea that, hey, people are in their houses, let's start going to them. So he started contacting apartment complexes and different things like that. So that's kind of how we started, because we were still essential as a food business. And so that's how we kind of started changing what we did in order to adapt to the time. And it worked out for us.
Marcia has a good tagline. We try to give you a taste of the fair. So it's funnel cakes, kettle corn, different popcorn flavors, fresh squeezed lemonade, hot dogs, nachos, and things like that. More and more as we go out, you get the random people talking about, I was just talking about I wanted a funnel cake. And here you are. I mean, yesterday a guy said, yes, I was getting ready to make funnel cakes at home. I just made the batter. And my wife saw you and told me, you can go there and get one. So he left home and came and got one. I was just like, I had no idea so many people just talked about they wanted fair food, just randomly.
We serve from this window, and we make our lemonade over here, and our popcorn popper is behind you. And then this is kind of our serving station where we do the hot dogs, the nachos, and the cotton candy is usually lined on these. And then our funnel cake fryer. And this also we use to make our caramel corn and things like that.
So what do you boys think about the food truck?
I think it's a nice little concession stand. It's red.
Family comes first. So we try to make the business fit around what the family's got going on. This really does give us the flexibility to set our own schedule. And not have to be at the beck and call of somebody else.
And we do have a popcorn line that's kind of an offshoot of the concessions business. And right now we're at 9 flavors. We got Can't Stop Kettle, Better Butter, Crazy Good Caramel, Spitfire Spicy Cheese, Bankin' Barbecue Kettle, Comfort Me Cookies and Cream, Truly Cheddar, White Cheddar Wonder, and we have, what's the last one? It's not White Cheddar Wonder and
It's the Nashville.
Oh, Country Kick Nashville Mix.
And she's the wordsmith who came up with
love
all the
it.
titles.
Yes. Do you have a favorite food that your parents make in the truck?
Hot dog.
You have a favorite food we make
No,
in the truck?
I don't have a favorite food. I just eat what I sometimes.
No, what do we make that you can't get enough of?
Hot dog.
No.
Fried. Spicy
Popcorn.
They'll sell you on a really good event, like, oh yeah, it's going to be like 2,000, 3,000 people there, and maybe like 200. The way we try to control that is from experience, knowing which are good events and which are not, and then just really focusing on those. Like I said, church for us, like churches, schools.
Anywhere there's kids.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not out to gouge people. You know, we get a lot of feedback. Hey, I'm glad your prices aren't super high. We get a lot of feedback that way. I mean, you know, we're not trying to charge you $8 and $9 for a hot dog. That helps with business too, because, you know, people come because you're cheaper and they can feed their family.
It's just like a restaurant on wheels. So it's not something that you could just hop anywhere and for any amount of time just because it looks cute and you want it to be at your event. And it's not just for us, it's for all food trucks. You know, it's a lot to go out. So I think people probably should understand, like, if you're going to put on an event, make sure that you understand the ratios of, you know, people to food trucks, because you might have a lot of people, but you might have way too many food trucks for that many people. You know, we get a lot of that. So it's a lot of dynamics that go into it that try to help people understand.
When you're starting it can't be money because you're not going to make any money. So you got to have something other than that. But no, I think you should really have to enjoy what you do. I would just start there.
Determine what it's going to take to build a business before you start it, because there are costs involved, not just monetarily. There could be family sacrifices, there could be money sacrifices, there could be time sacrifices, because all of that is a part of building, and all of that is a part of getting experience, and if you're not ready and don't want to do that hard work, then maybe that's not the thing for you necessarily. So you have to love what you do, because in turn you'll want to keep doing it and you'll want to do those things that is required to make it work.